Hi guys! My name is Amanda and today I will be doing the book buying tag. This tag was created by Megan Olivier. Sorry if I don't pronounce your name right. She also created this tag and I will leave a link to both her channel and her video down below. You should check it out. So this is a total of 13 questions all about where you buy your books, where you all about book buying basically. So let's jump straight into it. First question, where do you buy your books from? Since English books is kind of hard to get hold of here in Sweden, I usually buy them online. Either I buy them from a Swedish site called Adlibris or a Swedish site called Bokus, but they don't have that many books, so if there is a book that I can't find on these sites, then I will go to the book depository and buy them there, because that is like not cheap, but it's okay prices. So that is basically the only place you can get hold of English books in Sweden. Next question, do you ever pre-order books, and if you do you do it online or in bookstores? Well, like I said, bookstores don't really have English books, so I can't really go to a bookstore and pre-order it, and I haven't pre-ordered any book online either. I was planning to do it with Never Fade, but I never really got around to doing it. But I think I will do it in the future. If there's a book that I'm really freaking excited about, then I will definitely pre-order it. Next question. On average, how many books do you buy a month? Well, that is very different from month to month. Maybe like 3 to 4 on average. Some months I don't buy a single book, while I buy like 8 or 9 other months. So I get that like adds up to like 4 or 5 on average. Question 4. Do you use your local library? Yes and no, because when I was like in my previous school, I was a really good friend with the librarian there. If I asked her for a book, then she just bought it to the library so I can read it. But now when I switched school, I haven't really gone to the library to I have a library card, but I haven't used it because I guess I've got stuck in buying books because I love to have them on my shelves. Next question. If you borrow books on your library, how many books can you borrow at a time? Well, on my previous library there was no limit. I could buy exactly how many books I wanted, and because I knew the librarian, I could basically have 20 books borrowed if I like to. But since I don't borrow books from my new library, I've actually no idea. El número 6. What is your opinion on library books? Well, I think they're great because if you don't really know if you're gonna love a book, then you can just go borrow it, because then you won't have to pay for it. So it's genius, actually. Number 7. How do you feel about charity or second-hand books? I've personally never bought a book on second-hand or like in charity stuff. So I have no idea, but I think it's a great idea, because instead of just like, if you don't like it, just throwing it away or something, then someone else can have joy from it. So I think it's a great idea. Number 8. That's Swedish, by the way. Do you keep your to-be-read books and your read books on the same shelves? I only have one bookshelf, and my books are actually organized by the author's name, so yes, I do. Number 9. Do you plan to read all the books you own? Yes, of course I do, because otherwise I wouldn't have bought them, I think. Because I'm not really making my own money, then I have to really pick out books to buy that I feel like I'm gonna read and that I'm gonna love. So that's why I think I'm gonna read all these books here behind me before I die. Number 10. What do you do with books that you feel like you will never read or didn't enjoy? Well, I'll keep them on my bookshelf, of course, because most of them, there aren't very many of them, because if I don't know if I'm gonna like it, then I'm borrowing it, so then I don't own it. But if it would happen that I didn't enjoy a book that I've read or feel like I'm never gonna read, then I would still keep it on my bookshelf, because books are beautiful. Number 11. Have you ever donated books? Not to charity or anything like that, but my cousins who are like 6 years old, she's got my like 6-year-old books, like what I read when I was 6 years old, so I've donated them to her, but I've never donated anything to charity. The second to last question, number 12, have you ever been on a book buying ban? No, I haven't, because I feel like I don't really buy that many books, so I feel like I have to do a book buying ban, because I'm a saver, to be honest. I'm not really just throwing my money everywhere. So when I go to a bookstore or order something online, it is books that I really like, so it doesn't end up with like 10 to 15 books a month, because I wouldn't afford that, and thanks to that I don't have to go on a book buying ban. Number 13, it is a bit connected to the last one, but do you feel like you buy too many books? Well, it depends, because YouTube has, like, since I started YouTubing, I've bought like 100% more books than I've ever done before. I think that I haven't bought a single book before I started YouTube, actually. But like I said, I don't have a steady income, so I don't have money to go and buy books all the time. So I feel like I'm restraining myself to buy books that I know that I'm gonna enjoy and I know that I'm gonna love. So I would say that I'm very pleased with the amount of books I buy right now. That was the last question, and it was such a fun tag to do. Thank you so much, Megan Olivier, for tagging me. And now it's time for me to tag some people. Well, I tag Helenthebookowl. You should definitely do that, because I know that you live in Denmark, and I'm so excited about knowing how you buy books in Denmark, because it's probably very similar to Sweden. And I also tag Kiwi Lover 25, because she doesn't live in America either, so it's been fun to see how people around the world buy their books. That was all I had for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up, because that will help me out a lot. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see all of you guys in my next video. Stay tuned. Bye!